Going to be 2 tabling to start with. We will adjust if we see fit. Fold the queen 3. Not going to bluff here on the 4 straight. There's just a lot of king x and 8x hands which are going to get to this river as played. So I don't know how valuable a bluff will be there on the river. Obviously against our opponent's hands it would have worked, but we can't go off that. Ace 5, fold. Ace deuce. We see a limp from under the gun with the queen jack. Gonna fold the ace deuce here. We'll check our option versus the like Mike Nike. I'm gonna open wide here against this opponent. I think we can outplay them post flop. This hand's not too far off pre anyway. I mean, it's a little bit loose, but like I say, we're going to start with a check with a 4. The 7 plays really nicely on this board. We're going to do lots of checking anyway, like half pot to 66 or a check. And I like a check with this kind of hand. We have a middling pair and we have a draw to the straight. And just folding to a raise, never a bluff. Unfortunately, king jack gets there, but yeah. So we obviously crushed him in that hand. He found it this time. But in the long run, going to perform well. The same guy flats again. And we're just going to start with a half pot bet here. And we're meant to call all of our suited. We river the nuts. This is a spot where I'm just going to bet big. If he has a 9 or like a king, basically, if he has a 9, he's always going to call. He might even call some 2 pair hands. So we're just going to go for value against those and miss on the board on the left. Nice to river the jack down here. Oh. King, queen. Queen 4. Queen 4, no good. See a splash pot on the left. King, queen. Probably good enough to go. I'm going to stick it in even after Johnny Reg goes for 100. Think it's just strong enough to do it, especially with a 20 big blind splash. See ace 6. Look to run it twice. Calling 1 here. Fortunately, we lose the first. And looks like we're going to lose both. Pretty unfortunate to lose both there. I mean, ace 6 is not the shove. It's not the one. King, queen is a much better performing hand than ace 6. I don't know why he's done that, but works for him this time. We do lose out. But yeah, just with already like basically 25 big blinds in the middle, King, queen is just performing really well. It's just sad to see a hand like ace 6 there. But not really a lot we can do. Just run under. Yo, Flav. King 4-3. We're going to go for a call with the ace 5. We have the gut shot. Ace high's got some showdown value. I think a call is our best option. Some raising. Opponent checks. Again, ace high. We have some showdown. Going to go for a check on the turn. And we're going to check it down. If we had a hand like 5-6, I'd prefer to bet. No way. Sick. Congrats, man. That's sick. 16.5k. So flop goes check check on the right. We're going to start betting on the turn. Half pot will probably be our stab size of choice. Do get called. And we're just going to go for a big bet on the river. Again, in these spots where it looks like we can have bluffs, we're just going to go massive. Try and get called from like a queen or a river jack. You're just not going to get raised enough in these spots. So you kind of have to get value your own way. King 10 will open, pretty much bottom of our opening range. Ace Queen will open on the left. Ace Queen does get a call. King 6 Deuce is a board that we're just going to see about our range on for a 1/3. Get a fast call. Hey, how's it been going? Good, dude. Got the bankrolls up at 400, although we just lost a flip, so maybe not. C-bet flop. Going to check on the turn with the Ace Queen. Take our showdown value. Still beat some hands like Ace 5, Ace 3. Unfortunately, we lose to 7s, but that's standard. We don't want to be bluffing with hands like this. Just have way too much showdown value. We'll use some different hands to bluff. Some hands like Queen Jack. Nice. Good luck, good luck. Jack 10 here we're going to use as a bluff raise versus the cutoff open. On this board, if we're going to c-bet, it's going to be for a half size or 66. I'm going to start with a half. Hoping for a 9 or a queen on the turn. So he snap called flop. Right, we'll bet on the turn and then give up. We block King Jack and King 10 suited, so that's the nice thing about this. About having these hands, no diamond. Take it down. Flavboy actually has a question. He says, I'm now planning on going for a month in Vegas with some poker friends. How much do you think I need to bring with me as a bankroll? Going for 1 month, maybe playing 1, 2, maybe 2, 5. As in, take as cash? Just, can you withdraw out there? So we see a big raise here. We're just going to shove in the ace-king against 12. This is a ridiculous raise size that doesn't make any sense. And we're just going to shove over it. He should be raising to like 7, 8. And he raised to 12. We shove in the ace-king and he has queens. I'm going to flip for it. Hopefully win both. We win the first. Nice. And lose the second. Chop it up. I just take like 2k in cash. Then take a card. You don't want to be carrying lows. King, queen, we can fold here. Flop a gut shot, but not much else on the left. We opened under the gun. We had an MP 3-bet and the big blind overcalled 3-bet. We have to defend with ace 3. Reenie goes big, and I think this hand will just fold. Damn it. If there wasn't 2 flush draws out there, I'd be more enticed to call, but I just think we have not that much equity against his range. We're like very rarely going to C showdown with the ace-3. If we call the turn and he misses, he's probably going to bluff the river. Like if I have a set there, I'm just calling. And if we call and the flush draw comes in, we're obviously never winning. So 7s versus 8s, bit unfortunate. It's okay though. Nothing we can do. King Queen will open. Ace King will open. King Queen folds to the 3-bet from that position. And Ace King will start with a c-bet. And it's going to be a high frequency small bet. So let's go ahead and do that. No action. No action this time. Fold. Fold. 8-9. We will go for the open. Take it down. We're opening quite wide on the button in these games. You can get a little bit spicy with it. People just aren't defending as much as they should be, even with solvers and things like that. Queen Jack opens here. Ace-3 will go for a c-bet. Can do some checking sometimes with the worse ace-x. And calling one here a lot against people that know what they're doing. I just think this guy is like pretty nutted when he raises here. It's like, hey, Vine Velas, 7-month sub. Thank you, sir. I just don't think that guy's finding many bluffs. Like maybe some of the like natural ones, but not really much else. And so we're going to defend pretty tight. Flop a queen. Queen 6-3. We can do a big bet. I'm going to do a small bet with the king queen. We get a fast raise from hot AA. Very fast. Certainly interested. We're going to click call. Opponent snap checks. Go for a small bet. We do a lot of, so when we use the small size, we can bet obviously at a really high frequency, or maybe not obviously. When we use the small size, we can bet a very high frequency, so we can put in hands like that, even on a flush board. However, in these spots on the flop, when you get raised and then your opponent checks, a small bet works really well because they're kind of just saying like that. They either have it or they don't, so you get a lot of information from that kind of bet when they use that line in particular. Johnny Reg. A6, good. Right, cool one. I don't know what Johnny Reg's doing, like, his play isn't a thing. Right. We demote him. Well played, dude. Jack's good. Nope. I don't know what he's doing. Deuce. We hoped for it, but it never came. We do have to defend wider in these blind v blind spots, but when you start defending 8-6 suited against players who don't fully understand like how wide they need to go in those spots, or like mixing hands, you just start to get like really in bad spots. It's 400 just Spenny. The bankroll as of today is 400. I'm good, man. We see check. We're going to check back. If this guy checks on the turn, we'll be doing some betting. If he goes big, we'll just fold. With the king 9. Jack 7 open. Gonna go for a check. And probably just click call on the river and cry. Nice hand to this guy. Ace deuce wins. Back to 400, nice. Yeah, we're climbing back. Slowly but surely. Working on it. On this 3 board way, we are just going to go for a small c-bet. People just aren't defending enough. Like, they need to be defending like all of their 10x. They need to be defending basically all of their ace-x. And versus the donk on the turn, we're just going to fold, even finding a 5. It's just never, ever, ever a bluff. It's a ridiculous line. Doesn't make any sense. Don't know what he's doing. We're going to let go of our pair of 5s on that board. We're obviously going to have like 2 pairs. We're going to have straights. We're going to have sets. All that we can play that way. Even just a hand like top pair. Second pair. Last chow was 16. It's like break even. Small sample this chow though. King 3. 16 pre-rake, yeah. Ace 10 will open, and King Jack we will 3-bet versus Wasanunu. We see a donk on the Ace 9 5. Start with a call. Sushi in the pot. And on the turn we'll go for a bet. Trying to get called by some worse ace-x. Some hands like flush draws. And we will check the river. I just don't think we get called by anything worse now. Queen 9 gets there. Well played by this guy. He's 25 now, your main say, just do it for the stream. It's just for the stream, dude. Thanks, Fizshek. Ace 10, let's open. Ace Jack, we open as well. Queen Jack suited. Ace 10 suited. Okay, so the Ace 10's never going to fold here. Hoping the guy behind calls. The Queen Jack we will raise up. This is kind of mixed. And this guy's just going to bomb. They always do. Backdoor flush draw. And fold against the never bluff. In these spots, like where they do the cold 4 bets and stuff, they are going to have a range of hands. Their just range isn't going to be wide enough. They're not going to have anywhere near enough bluffs in those spots. So we have to call again here with the flush draw. And we get there. Pretty nice run out for us. Let's hope this guy doesn't have queens. Gonna tank for a sec. And then we'll go all in, hoping for a call off aces or kings. A hand like ace queen. Cool. I think he's thinking about calling ace king. I don't really know what else he would. Most other players would have called aces already. Nice fold. That hand can't fold here, but nice fold. Like having a queen there is better than having aces. Because you block so much of my value range. Like my main value hand is going to be queens there. Then I'm going to have heart draws. Yeah, that hand can't fold, but he does. It was right this time. Maybe he had the ace of... no action with the ace-king suited. Maybe he had the ace of hearts, guys. YSH. We are 150 big blinds deep. We're going to 3-bet. Hoping YSH just puts it in. Does call. We're going to start with a C-bet on Jack 9-6. Do get a call. And turn barreling. And we're all in, guys. Let's hope for a call. All right, well, we're probably ahead. So we're just looking for a call off ace jack, king jack. Call YSH. Cross your fingers for a call, everybody. We do get a call. 310 big blinds. Let's go. And we get the value. Nice hand. Sometimes you've got to stick it in. Sometimes you're going to get snapped off by a set there. But this time not. And we do take it down. Big pot there. $76.53 coming our way. And the egg. And the egg coming our way for some reason. Few, he says. I'm going to 3-bet. This is like the bottom of our 3-betting range. Okay. Versus snap 4-bet. It's an easy fold with king, queen off. We will not be continuing. This guy has very good hands in that range. Folded queen, maybe he didn't have spade. Good fold all in all. I think the queen has to call. I think queen's better than... Having a queen there is better than any other hand that you're going to have, other than the actual nuts. Maybe he had the ace of hearts. That would be a good card to fold with. Just kind of like my only bluff. Hopefully this is us. Hopefully this is us in this pot. In this, could it be us? Could it be us? Could it be us? It cannot. Would have been nice. Nice river. Big fish king limps under the gun. We're going to ISO him by going to 2.5. And just going to start with a c-bet. We're super deep here. No action, unfortunately. And easy fold to the raise from Big Fish King. He can have some bluffs there, but 8-9 is not a hand that we're going to continue with. Just going to c-bet our range on that board once we ISO and then give it up. Give it up. Why would he 3-bet with... You get paid with ace-ace. Cork says, let's go. I came at the right time. Welcome, everybody. King Jack's not the worst, cool. And we have to fold here with ace queen. It's a bluff catch. It's a bluff catch, Miz. He's not expecting to beat any of my values. It's just a pure bluff catch, isn't it? Flag was Japan as well. Jack 8-4. We're going to have a big bet or check strategy. I'm going to big bet with this one, even without the suits. We'd like to have one of the suits on the board, but academic does call. And going to fold. Nice hand to that guy. I think on the turn, when we bet big on the flop, they're going to overfold anyway. When the turn brings the flush, we'll just continue with hands that have like one of that suit for the most part. Ace 10 fold. King 6 is not going to be an open on the button for us. Dumb donkey. Fold. Deli man. Doesn't want it. Versus the min raise, I'm going to call the ace 6. We'll do some folding against some bigger sizes. Like the ace... The Ace hands offsuit should never really fold to a button open, but with the rake being as high it is, I start to like, we'll always call the wheel aces, start to fold some like ace deuce, ace six, ace seven offsuit. Thank you for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Here on Twitch. And we're going to call Lucky Machine with the 7-8 suited. Flop a gut shot. Flop a gut shot. Opponent checks fast. I'm going to start with a small bet. When we see a check from a strong range in this position, we just get so many folds to a small size, and we can barrel efficiently on these kind of boards. Yes, sir. We're going to bluff on the turn here against Lucky Machine. Take it down. This is a bit of an exploit, but just given the line the opponent took, he's going to have very few cool calls. Check for value and fold. Check for value and fold first. Chip in the building. Queen 6, we will defend suited. Feeling good. Feeling good, Fudge. Jack 9 of spades, checks flop. I'm going to go for a bet on the turn. Thanks. Just versus checks, like we can apply a good amount of pressure on clean rivers. I'm going to bluff again. And we just do it with a large proportion of our range that doesn't have much showdown value. Running hot. Running hot. Versus easy raise, we're going to raise up our ace king. Usually go to 11 in this spot. We're a little bit deeper. I mean, not really. We should probably go to 11. Take it down. King, queen. Okay, we're going to squeeze up with this one. With the king, queen off. It has good blockers. We can play well on the flop. And the squeeze is just super effective once you get a flat behind. We're obviously blocking kings, queens, ace, king, ace, queen. A lot of the hands that they want to continue with. King, queens, offsuit is not the strongest hand, but the actual... it's kind of nice to use as like a semi-bluff. And on this board, we are going to start with a big bet. On some other ace-x boards, we do small bet, but on ace 10-8, we're going to do big bet or check. On this turn, we're just going to get 1,000,001 folds. I'm going to check my hand as an exploit. This works really well. Against population, I think. And on the river, just going to go for a block. Ace, queen, never folding. Even the offsuit one. Unfortunately, not our board. Expecting a 10% bet here. Opponent checks. Okay. Hoping for a call off 10x here from Shunyor. And like, if he raises here, people could go to blockers. Say we've got the 9 of hearts. It's a good blocker to the board. We block hands like Jack 9 of hearts, queen nine of hearts, king nine of hearts, things like that. But in reality, I just don't think he has many bluffs once he raises on the river. And he's more likely, like, it's very uncommon for people to turn like queen 10 into a bluff here, even though they maybe should. Be a provider. Checking twice with the ace queen, trying to get showdown, mainly losing to ace king. I think he should have c-bet the ace king, but not the worst. Checking down, losing. Oh, we beat ace jack. That's nice. That's a really nice one. Aces will open up. Chipwreck just got timed out of the chat. Gonna fold. Again, like, these hands should kind of continue in some way in a solver, but against real humans, they just don't mix enough hands in there for the ace-5 to be, like, considered. Queen jack, let's open. Five, 3, 6, 3. How are we going for time? 34 minutes. 5 deuce, 5s. None of these hands we can continue with, unfortunately. It's all part of the game, though. Playing the correct ranges. Also, YSH. Gonna fold the ace-4 versus that size. Bit card dead. Pick up the ace-king suited on the left. Gonna be raising. And on this board, we can do some bigger bets on the ace-7-8. So let's do that. Wow. Somebody just hit. Versus Sushi, we're going to go for a check on the flop. A7, not much incentive to bet. We have an ace high for showdown. We're only really going to fold worse hands, and like the 7 of hearts makes it really nice. Going to be deceptive and check on the turn, and then go for a nice river bet. And actually just going to raise this hand, guys. It's a little bit thin, like it's pretty close, but I quite like it. Given that we've just played this hand for one street. Unfortunately, we see the jack of hearts. Way too nitty from him. He needs to be betting. How's going? Yeah, it's good. It's good. I can get up the graph in a sec. Versus check on the flop, we're going to go for a half pot stab. I think this just performs well. We're going to get calls from hands like 9, 10, queen 10. Stops us getting bluffed on turn and river, and also we can even get some folds from like lower pairs. This board just works really nicely for us. I don't think we can bet more than one street. But I do like putting out a bet somewhere. with those kinds of hands, especially when we have a draw and our opponent can call with worse draws. E9 fold, 5 deuce fold. Shout out to Vine Velus for the 7 months. Absolute hero. Thank you, sir. Dvis and CTS94JJJ. Thanks for the follows, guys. I appreciate it. Hooligani. Is this the guy that we played against? 7-4. Yes, it is. I'm going to click call. The king queen. Okay, this guy's just clicking. We can't continue with king queen on that flop. If we had some backdoor suits, we could. Ace deuce will open. And we'll fold to the nit raise. Queen 10. Does it want to? This... Oh. I was going to say I wasn't sure. Termy Kid. OG. Says good luck, mate. Coming in with the 7 months. Thank you very much, Termy Kid. Appreciate your support, my friend. Ace 4 and Ace 4. Picking up the jacks on the left. Let's open it. Arkim calls. We're going to have, again, like a strategy that involves some small c-betting here. We can small c-bet this hand if we want to do a 1/4. Yeah, let's do it. It looks crazy, but when we bet this size, we can bet such a big range of hands. They're even going to call hands like 8s, 9s, 7, 6, so on. Checking on the turn. Our opponent goes big, which is interesting. Especially considering that we block. Jack 10. Just going to fold. Very interested there. Just, if they have a 2-pair hand, they're just going to call like 2 streets for any size. Concept Wellness coming in with the 8 months. 8 months. How is it 8 months? Thank you very much. But also, I disconnected from the chat, so I don't know. Nearly 4K followers in 8 months. Not bad going. Yeah. Could be worse. Founder. Okay, we're going to call the ace-2 suited a little bit deeper here against this recreational. Unfortunately, we miss on the flop. And we'll start half pot with a king-queen. So the problem with the small bet here is we just get a lot of ace-high calls. King Queen performs a little bit better as a half pot because we fold out some of those like middling hands that just kind of bluff us off, and also we have good equity against pretty much everything. So we're going to small bet on the turn. Thanks, my dear. Vebis. If he wasn't handsome and shirtless, it's title. Jacks, we open on the right. Give me your money, he says. Just cool. Gonna go for a check raise. Against you don't say. He's not trapping here. Gonna call with the suited ace. Going for the raise with the jacks. We get a fold. Queen 3. I expected more from you. You don't say. I expected more. Leon ID checks flop, checks turn. Not really sure what we're doing here. I'm sure like some combination of betting here is probably better than checking. I don't think we really have any showdown value, but I'm not sure. Like we have an 8, we have a redraw to a straight, but like, yeah. I think some combination of betting is probably better. I'm not sure. It's kind of close. Check, scared of the bluff. Yo! Jack in the building. His hand was probably queen 10 with a flush draw. Gonna check down my deuce. Hey Jack. How's it going, bro? Ace 4 wins. We had the best hand on the flop. This hand can do some raising. I think if we were more dialed in, we would do some raising here. Haven't watched yet. Haven't watched yet. We've got a new YouTube video ready to go up. We get the 4s. We open cutoff. We get a button raise and a big blind overcall. We're going to call the 4s, looking for a set. Close. By close, I mean we didn't hit anything. 7 on the turn. Fold. Slexy calls. And I think it's just small bets on this turn. Like, it's kind of hard for him to call anything else. But we are going to be... we're going to be raising on the river, guys. This is a bit dumb, but, like, how does he have a queen that calls flop, calls turn for a snap? The reason I'm raising here is I don't think he calls a queen to a small bet on the turn. And so when he leads here, I think he's mostly way toward Jack X. And I think he can call some of those. And we do get the call from the Jack. Nice hand. Shout out to... Oh! Salandur says, good luck today. Get to the 500. Thanks, bro. Sedge says, good luck as well. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate the love, guys. I'm back from prison. Let's squeeze this one up. We'll go to 12 versus Patty Bravo and 9 Pro. Once we squeeze up, we're going to start with a c-bet of 1/3 on ace 9-5. We get a snap call from a snap fold from 9 Pro. Interesting. What? Queen Jack, let's open. King 8 suited, we will defend. Queen Jack, we will fold. And versus check on the flop, we're going to start betting now. We're going to bet for value. I think he's going to have lots of calls here. We want to get value with our top pair. And half pot, about half pot is going to be the size of choice. And kind of sucks to see a spade, but not really. Like, he's going to have some spade combos, but more hands like ace queen, queen jack, 9s, 10s, things like that. So we can't be too scared of that card. It would be a mistake. And raise up. Jack, Jack, deuce. We just start with a c-bet. This is like a value bet, guys. Like, people kind of get this wrong a lot, but like this hand is just a value bet. And even again on the turn, we can just value bet for this size. Like, of course, he's going to have pocket pairs that we show down against and lose. But he's also going to call the flop with hands like ace 9. We have equity with the 2 over cards. Just small betting on these in these spots is rather strong. We call 1 on the flop when we flop a pair. We pick up a flush draw with it as well versus hit and run. And we're going to be calling on the turn as well with our pair and flush draw. And we do get there on the river. We're going to lead this. It just gets checked back like all of the time. They should have a good amount of bluffs, but people just don't. So we're going to lead it ourselves. And we do get called by the 9-7 that flopped the nuts. So we get lucky there. Runner, runner. Obviously, we don't pay otherwise, but we do well to lead the river there. I think he's going to check back a lot. So, yeah. Get lucky. Running good as well. Running good. But, yeah, we can't fold on the turn when we have a pair and a flush draw. In that spot. And we are at 50 minutes. So in 5 minutes, I will grab the graph for the session so we can have a look. Ace Queen, easy open. And we are actually just going to go for the 4-bet. This seems kind of crazy, but like we can do some 4-betting with hands like this when we're super deep, because we don't want to do them with hand. Like usually we'd use ace jack off, ace 10 off. But when we get super deep, like our ace king would move into like calls, and these become like bluffing hands. We have good equity against everything, and we flop in a very interesting spot. So once we 4-bet, obviously we have the nut flush draw here, but once we 4-bet, we're going to start with a 1/4 bet very often. So let's go with that. And looking for a spade on the turn. I mean, we could be dead on the flop if he has a hand like jacks. There's definitely a hand he can have. He can definitely have jacks and 10s. We're going to check on the turn, guys. Jacks and 10s are like basically the 2 most common hands he's going to have in this spot. And so like even though we have a really good hand bet with. To be honest, we're kind of dead here, like a decent amount. Ace on the river. I mean, I don't know how we win this. If he bets, we'll just fold. I think he's going to have hands like ace king. He's still going to have hands like jacks and tens. I'm just not going to bet this one, guys. I don't actually know what we beat, to be honest. Maybe a hand like queens or kings. Let's go for the check. Kings, nice. Nice river for us. Take it down. Queen 4, we're going to start with a check on this board. We can mix some betting and checking. I like to have some flush draw checks. Check again on the turn. And check down our 4. Beat queen 10. Nice river with the ace queen. Nice river. We go for the 3-bet and we get a snap 4-bet. Just going to fold. Again, just not a spot where they have enough bluffs. Just kind of very nutted. And the thing is as well, like, not only do they have like lots of, like their range isn't really balanced in those spots. I hate to say that, but it's true, it's not. The other thing as well is that they just tend to like bet shitloads in 3-bet pots, and they'll use really large sizes. So you're almost better just like calling nutted hands and then overfolding pre-flop in those spots, in my experience at these stakes, because they're just gonna like half pot the flop, shove the turn, which is bad if like we're calling wider, because we just don't get to see anything. We'll get to showdowns. On king queen 6, gonna start with a c-bet. We'll just choose a small one with the 7-8. Having the 8 of diamonds is important. We get snap called, and I'm going to go for a pure air bluff here with this 7-8 suited. Take it down. Five, 6. Open. Fold. Sizing is just massive. Absolutely massive. Okay, guys, let's have a look at the session so far. Ooh, right, let's finish this hand before we do. 8, 9, 10. Check. Stevie says a way to jump in the pool with you, Dayo. You're in? Stevie Ino? Legend. Legend. We check twice here. We're going to call and check on the river. Just tank for a bit. He's going to have some hands like ace jack, king jack that we beat. But mostly just losing here. We won't call a river bet. This is kind of a hand that we could just play passively and then fold. But it's nice to get to the river with this kind of hand. Also beat some heart draws. And just folding now. Nice hand. So, let's have a look at the session so far. Oh, I don't know how much. We start with 400. Oh, look at the flip out. We won some. Let's have a look at today's session. Okay, pretty good. We're meant to be up 70. We're actually up 50. Forever running below EV. But guys, if you're watching this on YouTube, which I will have posted, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Guys, if you're watching the stream here on Twitch, I'm going to take a short break and then I will be back in just a moment. Please don't go anywhere. Thank you for watching, guys. Yo, table trawler. I'm good. How's things? How's things for you? Right, guys, I'm going to run the ads whilst I'm away. Back now. Yeah, it's going well. We'll see if we can complete Mount Everest like we do most days. Thank you for the follow, whoever that was. Rehab Poker, 1K a day. Thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Enjoying your plan explain where you take the time to detail your thought process. These viewers are getting free coaching, lol. You're going to make the pools too tough. Nah. Only the people that watch will get good. Paddy goes for the big bets here. Will fold. Fold the Queen 7. The 9-7 will probably do the same. Yeah. I know all about it, dude. I know all about it. Aces. Great hand. Unfortunately, we don't get the 3-bet from K Kingsman. I'm going to have a half pot size on this 7-10 jack. We usually do big bet or small bet, but on some of the made boards where there's like a straight out there, we just use half pot. It's not them that won't allow it. UK Gov. Kind of mad. And this guy goes small. Just going to call here, but like we just lose a lot. 9-5. Interesting. Very interesting. It's just like really hard for us to win there. The ace is also kind of good. Nice hand to that guy with the 9-5. Ten nine, ace 3. Jack 10, king 6. Try completing Mariana Trench. What is that? Gonna have big bet or check. Ace Queen 5, 2-tone. Yeah, it is softer. High rake though. Here you go, dude. Nine seven seven three. Let's open up the 9-7. jack, call. Check. Bit of a loose open there. Can be folded. King jack can call. We will call. I think you can raise there sometimes. Gonna mostly call. Just gonna small bet on the river. Gets a call from the ace king, which should be betting the turn. I don't know how we got away with him checking the turn. I mean, I know it's a scary card for him, but it's just always a bet on the turn with ace king. Doesn't want to check there. Not that we expect him to know that. Good to see you doing an evening stream too, usually when I take a break and binge Twitch. Don't get used to it. Don't get used to it. Still definitely a daytime streamer, that's for sure. Definitely a daytime streamer. Cool. Go for a big bet on the ace 8-9. Yes, sir. Get a fast call from Shunyo. I don't even know if this hand wants to call on the turn. Just gonna let it go. Not always. Being party from. And we'll start with the c-bet. And this is going to be a really good spot to overbet. I see. I get it. Take it down. Oh, we would have got a nice river. I played on party for a bit. Super splashy, yeah. Yeah. Played my biggest pot ever online there. 2.7k. All in on turn. A gut shot. That's all he had. King 4. I wasn't concentrating, but this hand we should never see King 4 on the river there. So I apologize, guys. Yeah, boy. Max Payne. He checked flop cool turn? Okay, we didn't actually play it that badly at all. He's just a fucking retard. What? That turn call is wild. Not the one. Max Payne, that's what it was. It was hilarious. It was actually almost too funny for me to even be sad. It was 500 NL actually. Just a whale. It should have been a c-bet. I'm not focused enough. We're all in, guys. Hoping for a call off a worse ace. Yes, sir. Does find the fold. We find a 4. Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good. Starting with a check here. Not sure. Maybe I prefer a bet. A little bit distracted, to be honest. Threes. 9-4. King 8-8. Go for a check. Alright, guys. Bandyak says, can somebody help me? I'm a good poker player. Wow. Give this guy the note. King, king, flat, small blind versus cut off. Wow. These players. But there's no rake back options in my country. Best option is to find a site with low rake and minimal rake back. Then you're not missing out on much win rate. Easy peeler in the pool. Raising up here with the ace jack. And king 9-4. I think we can half. Let's go for a half here. Take it. Ace, ace, jack 6. Goes check, check, check. Kings. That's not the flop the kings wanted. Fold. Fold, fold. Just a little bit card dead now, guys. Gonna call with suited connector here. GG has highest rake. For sure. I don't know who said it. Prime Dope said it had the lowest? Really? James Jam, we're going to go for a big bet here on the flop. We get a fast call. Do we want to airball this on the turn? Is the question. Do we want to airball this on the turn? Stack you, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Check. Give it up. Give it up. I am familiar with it. Tasty drink. Very good. Very good. I like. S274855921. Thank you for the follow. Cosmos. Take it. 5, 6. Coke. It's Coke. 0. Check. Can we go for a check raise with this hand? I think, like, with the low flush draw and the low straight draw, I'm gonna opt for a call. I think if we had like 10 jack of spades, I would go for a raise. But obviously, a proportion of these guys' hands, of this guy's hand, is gonna be like king, queen of spades, king, jack of spades, queen, jack of spades, stuff like that. Having said all of that, when he bets small on the turn, we just have to raise with a flush. So we will. And if he re-raises, we might just lose. He folds. Okay, interesting. Interesting. And again, on the king 6-8, we just see bet slightly bigger. Gonna go for a half size. This guy snap calls faster than anything on the flop. We have to call one here. Gonna check on the turn versus the snap call. Then snap check on the turn. How do I ever win this? We have to call on the turn as well. And just lose on the river. King, queen, nice hand. Fold, fold. 7-3-9-4. Dean C. Oh, this is the guy that flat the kings. Do I want to raise here? I'm gonna go for it, guys. You obviously don't want to see a shove. Okay. Just folding. Nice hand to this guy. Just had the nuts this time, but like... Russian Cash has max 3 big blind rake. Lowest low than any other site. Rake tables have insane rake. Not sure the difference though. Russian Cash does not have 3 big blind rake. What? Russian Cash is not 3 big blind rake. I'm like 10. I guess it's PVI, right? Wait, no, PVI is rake back. Russian cash is not 3 big blinds rake. Well, it's lying. What the fuck? Start with a C bet. And we'll go for a big bet here. On the flush turn, we check. No, same challenge. Just more focus. Oh, what? Somebody explain, please. It's not 3 big blinds rake. Damn it. Nice hand, ace jack. Cool. Jack 10. Unfortunately, we check the turn. Russian cash has never been 3 big blinds. I swear. I swear, I swear. Like, I've never paid 3 big blinds per 100 in rake. Do you mean the rake cap on a hand? Is that what you mean? I don't know what Delhi man's doing. Nice hand, man, but like, what are you doing? I'm talking about rake. I was like, what? You're talking about the rake cap. I see, I see. I'm talking about big blinds per 100 in rake. I was like, what is he on about? Over a good sample is the appropriate metric. It's a good turn here. Once we check flop. Going to bet. Take it. Ten jack check. Well, as somebody trying to understand how much a site is raking players, you should. I mean, I don't really know what the rate cap even means for anything. Like, it doesn't. We just want to compare. It'll be somewhere between 8 and 12, depending on how aggressive you are. Former Poker Fool says, You know that you can add the chat to your layout through stream elements. What do you mean? Gross. Gross. Queen 5, cool. Oh, I appreciate it. See a pot-sized bet. We cannot fold a pair on the flop. Even to a pot-sized bet. Well, not on this board at least. Could go for a check raise again. Mark Peng goes 5 big blinds now. We will fold. Oh shit! Clicking cool. Does he bluff the river enough? Maybe. Yeah, I'll up the... We're all in, guys. Let's hope this guy... I mean, he should never have a better hand, but sometimes. I've seen crazier things. Oh my! That's a nice river for 5-6 when it raises on the turn. Oh, we played it perfectly. Fuck all we can do. It's just classic. So like that shit on the challenge is just what fucks us every single time. Like it's just the nut most disgusting shit you've ever seen in your fucking life. Yeah, nice. Can call on the river, but he literally doesn't have a single hand that's better than us, other than like Ace 5 and 5-6. If he decides to raise those on the turn, obviously way more likely to have a hand like Queen 10, or a hand like Deuces, or a hand like Ace Queen. This time we run into the bluff that rivered the nuts. Nice hand to that guy. Flatted 5-6 pre, checked the flop, raised big on the turn, pinged the nuts on the river. We had the second nuts effectively. Good job, man. And on that note, we will finish up the session because we've played for our time for today. I don't know why I count these as days. Like, I played for 90 minutes and I count it as a day. Kind of doing the challenge no favors. We're usually 4 table. Big re. This guy snap called the flop. Give up. I'm getting so much value here when I have a value hand. Just not bluffing in this spot. Right, guys, I will put the graph in the Discord. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm going to put some links in the chat for YouTube, for the Discord, and VODs are available to subscribers. But thank you to all of the resubs. Thank you to the follows. Subs from Termy Kid, Vine Velus, Concept Wellness, appreciate it. Follows from Divis CTS, Rehab Poker, Mr. Monterio, 1K a day, Stack You, and S274. But yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. We're going to be back again tomorrow for the challenge. Appreciate you all being here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.